Hello there KDM fellows. On this video I will show you how to start a new KDM campaign using this script mod. But before I start this video, here are some topics I will be covering. Also, you can use the timestamp on the bottom of this video to jump, focus, or watch again on any specific topic. So without any further delay, let's get started. To begin, you need to click on Begin KDM Campaign, of course. Then it's gonna ask you if you want to read the prologue. If you have not, of course, you can click on Show Prologue, and then it's gonna start showing the several pages about this game. In case you're new with TTS, you can hold Alt, and it's gonna do the zoom. You can use as well the magnified glass, pressing the M key. And whenever you're done, you press on the next page as well. You can go back if for any other reason. After you're done with the prologue, it's going to jump into the next phase. I wrote down this intro, so let me read it for you.
Might the Watcher guide your dreadful path, but beware, many things are lurking in the darkness. Beyond here, there's no way back. Whatever happened from here is your story.
At this part, you can choose how you want to play the game using portraits or 3D models. As you see in the note, you can change it later on during your campaign. On this part, you can choose how you want to set up your campaign. If you want to play with the core game, or if you want to play with the core game plus new content. As you see, it's going to be added the new disorders, fighting art, secret, and so on. And with the lovely expansions, you can click here.
Show me the pain.
This one, it is the 10th anniversary, which is gonna be adding the new, like a fighting arts. This one's with the strain fighting arts, and it's gonna enable the scripts on the top of the cards, so it can be clicked and then added to the corresponding fighting art deck. With the others, basically, it's gonna be adding the monsters to the script and so on. There's no limit of how many expansions you can add, but normally they recommend 3 at maximum, depending on your experience, right? If you want to play a different campaign from the core campaign, you need to choose either the Dragon King and the Sunstalker. You can choose both at the same time. If you get tired playing the core campaign, you can play any of those two, which is gonna feel fresh because it's a different timeline, a different event, which is pretty cool. Highly recommend it whenever you're experienced with KDM. Once you're done selecting the campaign, the camera is gonna move you to this bar, which you can select the milestone bonus if you are eligible for that one. So as you see the note there, for every 5 settlements you have been lost, 5 campaigns, trying, you can be selectable to click on any of those. Then the mod is gonna start working around doing all the scripts on the background. So let's just wait for it. And once it's done, another message on green is gonna tell you it is ready. There you go. So once you're done, you're good to start your campaign. But before that, it is highly recommended to name your survivors. You name your survivor by clicking on edit, then right click the bevel, and then go to the bottom. Don't worry if it is a lone one because I collapsed the menu. So go to the very bottom, and then on the unnamed survivor, just type in your name. Let's name her Shakara. Once you're done, just click on edit, and that's it. Don't press enter on the name, otherwise it's gonna create a space and it's gonna look like this. Also, if you're wondering, do I need to name the portraits as well? No, you don't. The script will do it for you. After you name your survivor, you need to give one survivor manually, right? The script is not gonna do it for you. The same thing, you would do it for the other survivor. And in case you're wondering, Varok, I don't see the colors when I'm sitting, I set the colors to be on the bottom. And that's basically it. Now you're ready to click on Start Prologue Showdown button, and the scripts are going to start working around. Once you're done, the script is gonna tell you about it. You know, with the green script, as you see, script complete. Just a quick reminder, remember, is that a custom deck, so always Claw and Strange Hand is gonna be on the top. And now you're good to go to start the showdown. Another quick reminder is that you need to place your survivor 6 spaces away from the line manually, and the line will start first. This script button called New Round is going to be used often if you want to use it during the showdown. Whenever you're entering a new round, you need to click on this button and it's going to refresh all the tokens. Let me explain real quick this token. The act tracker, if you want to use it, is once a survivor already moved, let's say they move here and activate something, you know, let's say they rawhide set or use a weapon, so we normally flip it, which that means that survivor already moved and did the activation, so it is done. The other tokens you see around is the survivor actions, which those tokens are going to be unlocked as soon as you get the corresponding innovations. These tokens are going to be useful whenever a survivor encourage, dodge, search, or dash. So whenever a survivor uses any of those special actions, you can flip these tokens. Because remember, each survivor can do once any of these actions per round. This new round button is optional if you want to use it, but I can tell you my experience is pretty useful, because let's say you need to stop the game, someone got a call, someone need to step out, you need to wrap up the game, you can continue next time, you know, without any issue. Okay, now let me tell you about the showdown. On this phase, there's not much scripts around. If you need to do wounds, you need to just move the card manually. If you need to draw hit locations, you will do manual as well. Whenever you need to track special cards, you can use the following tokens. Try to use the color tokens. For example, green for me means need to be done every round. For example, let's say a survivor did a critical wound recently here to the belly. So that means at the start of every monster round, whenever I roll a 1, the monster will suffer a wound. In KDM, it's important to track everything because it could change the type either to the monster or to the survivors. In this case, let's say the last wound, everyone is beat up, and any damage is gonna do severe injury to any survivor. So if you miss to do this one, it is 10% you can win the game or not, right? So in this case, whenever it is done, you just roll the thing. Let's see what it is. It is 8. Okay, nothing will happen, but it is done. The red tokens means is a warning. You need to keep track on that, right? It will be triggered by something. The light blue, it is something could be triggered by ability or something like that. And the purple ones, I never use it, to be honest. About the scripts, there are some background scripts running during the showdown. So let me show you first the watcher table. You can get it, this assistant, whenever you need it, once you press that button. It's gonna help you to get decks for those corresponding things, fighting arts, abilities, disorders, and so on. Also, you can get the brain trauma and severe injuries sheets once you click it there. Let's say this is a body severe injury, so you roll it, and then you click on the button, and then you can just flip it if it doesn't show there. A 2 will be instant. That is not good if it's a real game. Let's say it is a brain trauma. You can get the table and roll it as well. This is a 5. And you track it. Again, you will track all these things manually. In addition, these cards, there are some cards that are not exist in the real KDM, but someone created, which is pretty useful to track stuff. Let's says there was broken hip, which is a 7. So let's click on the severe injuries, then on the waist, and then broken hip. This script is going to help you to get these 3 items, which is a card that doesn't exist but is virtually really useful, a bleeding token, and this token, which it will help you to visually know that survivor has a severe injury. These cards are going to help for the background scripts to track survivor actions being disabled and so on. You can no longer dodge. So once you click on new round, remember that one gives you new tokens. The background script is gonna check that survivor has that card. That means it's gonna disable that survivor action, so you can avoid unconsciously cheating, something like that. So the script is gonna be pretty cool with that. That applies for the ones you cannot do search, dash, and something like that. So try to keep those cards on the survivor area or the corresponding one. If you send it to the other one, whenever you click it, it's gonna do to the other survivor. So keep that in mind. Okay, about the watcher table, you can get any deck that you need. So let's say someone need to get a fighting art. By default, it's going to be showing at 20. I would recommend it to increase it to 40. So that way, whenever you spread out the cards, it's going to show it all the way. Because the deck is like around 40, you see 2 cards are stuck there. So that's fine. Because if you leave it at 20, it's going to just basically spread out 20 cards. And that's it. That thing is going to be safe. So for any further use you do, it's going to be staying there. See? Let's get abilities. This card doesn't exist in the game, neither. But it's gonna be pretty handy. So you can spread it out in case you need it. Or as well, all the cards are named, so you can get it with a specific, whenever you do a search. Let me show it like this. There you go, let's say I want Matchmaker. There you go. So you can get it easily from here. The same thing with disorders. You can get disorders, spread out. And then a survivor can choose, you know, let's say from these 3, I will choose this one. And they spray. Let's see what he miss. Overprotective and vulnerable. So at the end you get prey, right? And then you move the card to the corresponding survivor. And then you track it. Let's put it here. And put it on disorders. Press enter. Put it on the bottom. And there you go. So you also will have the card to help you out, but the important one, it is in the script sheet, because in case you lose a card or something like that, you always have updated your sheet. And again, you can hide the table whenever you need and call it out whenever you want, and it's gonna be clean as well. As well, you can clear on the clear bar button. Once you're done killing the first wetland, you can proceed to do the aftermath. Each survivor is going to get 1 on XP. And then they're going to get the resources, which you can do it this way. You can just click on settlement if you want to. And then you're going to have this button. And it's going to clear the board. Then you move this deck here, shuffle it, and then click on the button. The players can choose the resources they want. It's going to be 4 from this deck. You select it, group it, and then you can choose the next one. Spread out and do the same thing. And then you can proceed with the settlement phase. The music player. If you're those type of players don't like the music, that's fine. You can click on this button, play any music. It's gonna disable completely the music. Now, if you have some people don't like music, let's say these 4 players and only one doesn't like music, they can just click on music player and then just click on unmute it. Don't tell them to click on pause, otherwise it's gonna pause for everyone. I know the music could be loud, so I would recommend to maybe put it really low, so that way it's on the background, so it's not gonna bother you. Talking about this token, this is the main engine of the mod. Once you click it, you can choose which game session you want to go. On the next videos, I will be talking about the settlement phase, the hunt phase, the showdown, and additional video about tips and tricks. So I hope you find this video useful, learn something new. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.